What's going on, guys? This is going to be a pretty laid-back overview, or just kind of, a my thoughts video about the iPhone 5s here. Now, I'm coming from an iPhone 4s, not an iPhone 5, so that's going to be my perspective on this video. But also, like I said, it's going to be pretty laid back. I'll show you guys what came in the box, so it's not necessarily a formal unboxing or a formal review. It's going to be kind of a mixture of that. So as you guys can see right here, I did pick up the black, or the space gray, as Apple's calling it, iPhone 5s. So far, I absolutely love it. There has been reports of some people saying that iOS 7 is still pretty buggy on here, not that great, pretty glitchy, but I've had nothing but butter smooth experience with iOS 7 on the 5S. Runs absolutely great. And so I guess before I take you guys around the actual phone, I'll just show you guys really quick what came in the box. Like I said, it's not going to be a formal unboxing or anything, but very traditional of Apple to include something like this, that little tray in here. There's really not all that much. All we have is a little quick start guide that's literally one little page here. We have some phone info that I'm sure everyone reads, and of course we have those two awesome Apple stickers. So moving that aside, as you can see right here, I do have a set of earpods, which I haven't even opened these because I still have the ones for my 5, and those are working great. So I'm probably just going to leave those in there until I need them. But also, of course, you get the charger, just the 1 amp brick here, to of course the lightning cable. And I actually did pick up a 30-pin to a lightning adapter just for the purpose of my alarm clock. It obviously you could plug your iPhone in, it plays music, wakes you up, and that's not lightning, so I got one of those. But right now I have the iPhone 5s itself in a really cheap $3 eBay case, and I have to say that I love these cases because they don't add any weight or any bulk at all to the phone, yet they still protect it a whole lot from scratches and things. And even on my 4S here, I have my 4S here, I actually had one of these on my 4S. Sorry for that text message. I had one of these on my 4S for 2 years almost, pretty much the whole 2 years. And this thing's in perfect shape. And I have dropped this one time in its entire life on the cement. And I had that clear case on it. It hit the corner. And as you can see here, this corner is a little, I guess, scratched, if you could even call it that. But overall, it's very near perfect. So these cases are very cheap, but they also do protect the phone, at least to a certain degree. It's not going to survive the biggest falls or anything. But enough about the case. I'm going to go ahead and take this case off here, and I'm just going to show you guys really quick around the phone. So here's the 5S, the front. There's the Touch ID home button. I'll get a little bit more into that in a minute. I'll start on the bottom here. Of course, we have the lightning, speaker, and microphone, as well as that headphone jack. Moving over here, we have the SIM tray right there. Up top, the power button. Of course, this is now gone now that the headphone jack is moved down here. And then over here, we have our silent switch, as well as our volume up and down. So very iPhone. I mean, you guys all know what those buttons look like. Moving on to the back here, I really do like this. The iPhone 5 was a little bit too dark for me, but this being gray and the outside being black, it adds a nice contrast. And overall, I really do like the design, especially with that chrome Apple logo and the iPhone. It goes good with the space gray model. And so moving on to the front here, the first thing I'll do is I'll show you guys basically how the Touch ID works. What this does is it basically just replaces a passcode. So you do need to have a passcode set when you use this. So you can do that in the traditional way. You can swipe left and you can hit your traditional passcode, or you could tell it to learn your fingerprints. In my case, I've had it learn 3 of them, my 2 thumbs and my index finger. And then instead of entering the passcode, you could just press and hold for a second, and it's good. You don't have to physically click the button. All you have to do is rest your finger on top of it, and it will recognize. And in case you're wondering what happens if you use a bad finger, like say for example your pinky, one that's not recognized, you see right there it just says try again. It doesn't let you in the phone. I've really tried this. I've tried it with my toes and stuff. I've tried it with all my other fingers, a couple of my buddies, and it has never gotten into the OS when it shouldn't have. So far it definitely seems very reliable. And so I'll try to give you guys a close-up look of the button there. So it is nice. I do wish that the ring stuck out a little bit more like it does on the gold version. I was really hoping it'd be a silver ring, but it is reflective, but it's not necessarily a different color. So I wish it did stand out a little bit more, but not a big deal. As long as it works right, then I'm perfectly fine with that. But in terms of the software, as you can see, of course it ships with iOS 7, and I believe it was the iPhone 5S only. It actually had a 7.0.1 update within the first hour that I bought it. So, and I was having some carrier issues, like Verizon. I don't know if it was Verizon or Apple or the phone or what, but I was not able to send messages for a good hour or so. and then it seems that once I installed the update, that was fine. So I think that 7.0.1 was only for 5S users. I could be wrong, but that seemed to fix any issues that I was having. And yeah, here's iOS 7, and I have to say that, especially coming from the 4S, it runs butter smooth on this phone. Now, I'll go ahead and I'll just unlock the 4S here. Even on the 4S, performance is, pretty smooth. It's nothing bad, especially that this is now on the GM. That's the actual, release version, even though they're technically the same thing. Even just things like dropping down to Spotlight, as you can see, it's just so much smoother. Everything about this phone is a lot smoother. Going into like the multitasking, it's just faster on the 5S. The swiping is more, I guess, zippy, you could call it. So I have to say that iOS 7 has been buttery smooth. I've seen people on Twitter saying that iOS 7 still just isn't really up to par, even on the 5S. I don't know what's wrong with their phone, but mine is just absolutely flawless. I've had tons of app updates. All my apps have been updated. As you see, like even Tweetbot in iOS 7, right there, I put that little blue dot next to it when it's been updated. Going into my music, all the animations are really smooth. So, I have no complaints. All the little transparency menus are butter smooth. I literally have had no problems at all with performance in terms of iOS 7. I guess what I'll do now is I'll launch the camera app, and I'll just show you guys a few things around the camera app. Moving over here, we do have slow-mo, and so I guess really quick, I'll just try to do like a pan. I'll try to make it like fast like this. And then what we actually do with that then is we go to view it, and then it's kind of hard to see, but up top here, how you have these like two little in and out points, this area in here is the actual slow-mo. So you're free to move these around to wherever you need it. So we'll go ahead and we'll just watch this back. Let's see here. Kind of got lost there. Right there. So you see it even slows the audio down, and it does work very well. I used this just earlier. I went to lunch with my parents and my brother, and it was really fun to play with the slow-mo. It does work very well. The video looks very nice. I'm not gonna take a bunch of videos or anything, but another thing I want to show you guys is the burst mode, and that's just what you would think. You hold the power button, or not the power, the photo button. So right there, I just took 20 pictures. And then what Apple even touted is that they don't just throw them in your camera roll. So yeah, I'll come back here to photos, and we'll come down here to the camera roll. As you can actually see right down here, they kind of group them. So there's like more there, whereas like this was just one. Here they group them. And once you enter here, you can choose favorites. And then you can go through and you can say, oh, I like that one. Oh, that one's blurry. That's no good, and etc. And then once you select the ones you want and hit done, it will keep only those. So very nice feature to Apple. It's not like other phones that do have burst mode that, say run Android or something, that they just throw all those pictures in the camera roll and then you have the fun task of sorting through them. That's no good. Another thing that you guys aren't going to be able to tell through this video, or even in terms of everyday usage for a while, is that everything on here now, at least like all the Apple apps, are 64-bit, and so that's really going to open up the possibilities within the next maybe the iPhone 6 or the 6S. Once applications start using up more memory, you're going to start seeing more, like updated thumbnails in real time. Like when you enter in multitasking, maybe like this camera will actually be moving. It'll have a lot more memory for things like that. Performance is definitely up there with 64-bit as well, as long as it's coded properly. But that's really nothing that you guys are going to see right away. But give it some time, and we'll definitely see it. And so I guess one last thing I'll do for this video is I'll take you guys into the settings menu, and I'll just show you guys some of the minor differences here. The first one being in the general menu, and then we'll go down a little bit to, as you can see now, it's passcode and fingerprint. And so I'll enter my passcode here, and then right from here, as you can see, we have the little fingerprints menu, and this is how you add a fingerprint. Like I said, I've had it learn 3 of them, and so I could always add another thumbprint, and that's where you place your finger on the home button. We'll just say we'll use the pinky. And so it just has you place your finger on the screen or on the button a bunch of times, and then eventually it fills it in. So now it's saying that it wants to learn the outside of the fingerprint, so you want to get it kind of off a little bit. which makes it really nice if you're like in a tight spot. You don't get your thumb or whatever finger you're using exactly on the button, it'll still work. And as you can see right now, it's a success. So as you saw earlier, I tried to use my pinky. I'll try to use my pinky now. Oh, first bug. There we go. So it worked that time, and it does actually learn it better as you use it. And so it's to the point now where my thumb works every single time. I've yet to ever have it, say try again. So as I use my pinky, it should learn it a little bit better, and so hopefully that doesn't keep happening in the future. See, even that time it worked great. So, but other than that, I'll go to the about, and as you see right down here, we have 7.0.1. And so far, like I said, I'm absolutely loving iOS 7 running on this very, very fast hardware. The experience has been very zippy. So far, the battery life has been okay. Still not quite what I was expecting. I've only been up since about, I want to say 10 o'clock, and I haven't been using it all that much, and I'm down to 65%. So it's not, terrible, but considering how much I've been using it, I would hope it'd be a little bit better. But hopefully Apple will increase the the battery savings through software optimization in later versions of iOS 7. But other than that, guys, I think that's about all I'm going to show you. Other apps that have been updated for the 5S, even for the 5 that take advantage of the bigger screen. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to show you guys. If you guys want to see any other videos, maybe like a performance increase or like a performance test versus the 4S to the 5S, be sure to let me know if you guys want to see that. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the 5S. Do you want to pick one up? Do you like this space gray color? Whatever it is, be sure to let me know down in the comments. I'm at CPU Kid on Twitter. Also be sure to check out RocheTechnology.com. I hope to see you guys back here very soon.